Pernicious anemia is quite common. It's about 2% in the population.
It affects millions of people worldwide, and it costs billions of healthcare dollars. And I feel it's one of healthcare's dirty little secrets.
Very often, pernicious anemia is diagnosed solely based on the finding of low blood cell levels and low vitamin B12 levels in blood.
But the other problem is that you can actually have pernicious anemia without low total B12.
There are serious failings in the way that pernicious anemia and B12 deficiency is diagnosed. Over 45% of respondents were diagnosed as suffering from another disease before being diagnosed as having PA or B12 deficiency.
They should be checking their patients who have signs and symptoms, the elderly that they put on dementia drugs or the psychiatric patients they put on antidepressants or antipsychotics. They should be checking those patients first. And maybe some of them do need those drugs, but they certainly need to have B12 deficiency ruled out first because that's treatable.
If someone's got pernicious anemia, the treatment is laid out, it's standard. They'll get loaded with B12 by having a series of perhaps half a dozen injections over a few weeks, and then continue with one injection every 3 months for life.
The injections are usually, if you look in the BNF, it says to give 3 monthly, but we very often find that patients know that they need their injection before that time.
Over 65% of patients are not satisfied with the current 3-monthly treatment regime.
And it's no wonder that patients in the UK are feeling tired and fatigued and confused by the end of their 3 months because it's long gone from the system. Even 1 month may be too long. I think you should go based on the patient's symptoms.
Doctors always tend a bit to think of things in black and white. Either you've got it or you haven't. You know, you've got pernicious anemia, the rest of them haven't. You know? But in fact, for every one person you get with full-blown pernicious anemia, there's probably 8 or 12 or 24 or something people with a little bit of it.
The consequence of these problems, diagnosing pernicious anemia and B12 deficiency, results in misery for patients who do not receive any treatment or are treated for another wrongly diagnosed disease. Over half of respondents were unhappy with the medical care they received in relation to the diagnosis and treatment of their pernicious anemia.
The problem is there's a tremendous rigidity and dogma in the field, and the dogma is that you give B12 injections every 3 months and that's it, and that should be enough. Maybe enough for some people, but it appears clear that it's not enough for everyone. And I think this is a matter that needs to be looked into by the medical profession and scientists.
I am getting every day emails, letters, telephone calls, not only from Britain, from all over the world for help. Because eminent clinicians and neurologists do not know what to do. They have lost the awareness of this condition. The art of diagnosing this condition is lost. So I call this a forgotten illness.